it has been a good minute since I have uploaded a video last, but I've been busy, and when I say busy, just a lot of crap's been going on. I haven't been in the mood to do it. So one thing that I have looked for time and time again, which I don't know if anybody can relate, I hope you can, and if you can, I hope this helps. I'm in my car a lot, and one of the huge things that I look for is my phone. I know it's not safe to text and drive. I actually had to sign something for my job to where everything we do is hands-free. The only thing I can do is like a one-click step button type of thing on my phone, but everything else has to be hands-free. Text messaging, which is like voice to text, or calling, I have to do Bluetooth. So by signing this with my work, I literally cannot do it or I could get fired. So I'm just not gonna risk that to answer a text message. However, you know, I've always liked the fact of being able to put my phone somewhere that I can see it and I wouldn't have to necessarily have it in my hand. So I'm always on the lookout for a handheld device or a device that holds my phone for me in my car. I wanted to go over 3 that I've tried, because I will pick one up if I think it looks cool, if it's, you know, reasonably priced. If it's under 20 bucks, I'll usually just get it and not think twice about it. But the more I sat there thinking about it, me trying these and just buying one here and there, it adds up quick. One thing that I wish I would have found, because I did research, you know, best hands-free devices or best phone holders for your car. There weren't a lot of options. It was either somebody promoting one specific product, but never really a lot of people comparing, so that's what I wanted to do. First one that I want to go over is the vent holder, and this is for my F32. I have one for my E30 that I love, and then the one that I'm going with. So this is the vent holder, and I'll show you some clips right here. This one was like $10 or $9.99. I got it at Ross. It seemed neat because it was minimalistic, and that's kind of what I liked. But the worst thing about it is it literally takes 2 hands to put your phone in. So if you needed to get your phone out for whatever reason and then put it back while you were driving, you would have to have one hand off the wheel, which isn't ideal, obviously. This one was neat in the fact that it was minimalistic. It didn't take a lot of vent space up, which is a huge deal in the summer because it's so hot. I used it for probably a week or so, and it was kind of neat because it was fresh and new, but then I just quickly got over it because it was more of a pain than it was a blessing. So that's the first one. So the next one I actually tried in my F32, and I didn't like it because of where it was located. So as you know, in the F32, you have the pop-up screen, and then other than that, you really don't have a lot of counter space or dash space to put things. So this is the next one. I use this just solely in the E30, mainly because I don't have a speedometer. That's the only reason I use it. My speedometer, I do have one, but it works when it wants to. So by now I kind of can feel how fast I'm going because I've driven it so much, but right when I got my E30, this came in a lot of use. It has these little teeth right here, almost like a toothbrush, so it's gonna grip your phone really well, regardless of if you have a case on it or not. But again, like the other one, it takes 2 hands to put it in there. It can go pretty big, whether you have one of those gigantic Samsung phones or an iPhone Plus, it's gonna fit. The reason I like this on the E30 is because I obviously don't have the pop-up screen for my music and stuff like that, and so it goes right on the windshield like that. It's pretty convenient. I like it a lot, and especially when I'm driving the E30, I don't even think about looking at my phone because I'm too busy shifting and stuff like that. So I think it was like $12 or $14, not a bad little spend, but this is what I use solely for the E30. I want to mention one more thing about this right here. I forgot to kind of mention a second ago. When you do put it on your phone, if you have a pop socket, that's an issue. It kind of gets in the way a little bit, so if you maybe make a hard turn or a stop, I'm not confident that this is gonna hold onto my phone because of that pop socket. If it wasn't there, yes. Anytime I did use it, I would just take my phone out of the case, put it in, and then put the case back on. It's just a big hassle. If you do it too high, you're gonna end up hitting the volume buttons. And if you're listening to music through your phone or even talking through your phone, if those are hit, I mean, you can't hear anything. You have to move it down. So that's kind of another reason I didn't like it. So now into the one that has saved the day. Even though these are the ones that I'm going over, I've tried a lot. And this is the one, I bought this probably a year ago and I used it for a long time, but when I'd have somebody riding in shotgun, they'd complain, oh, I can't feel the air because it took the vent, whatever. But I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm having this on here because a lot of the times now I'm in my car by myself. This one right here goes right into the vents, and the absolute best thing about this, which when you do put it in your vents, you can always point your vent how you kind of know you want it. You can't really move it all the way to the other side if this is in, but if you have it in your direction, it's completely fine. Plus you have 2 other vents by you. I always put it on the passenger vent in the center. The best thing about this one right here, it takes 1 hand to put my phone in this holder and 1 hand to take it out. Super simple to put in and out of the holder, and that's the most important thing, is I want it to be quick, I want it to be easy, and I want to be able to keep 1 hand on the wheel when I do it. You can obviously adjust it to the size that you want. You can make this a lot bigger, you can make it a lot smaller, so it's really gonna fit any kind of phone. Just like the other ones, you can either put it like this to where your phone's vertical, or you can do it like this to where your phone's horizontal. It also has an adjustment right here to where you can rotate it and angle it how you want it, which you can see off of those videos. But this, bar none, was the best one that I've ever bought, and I've bought both of those. I had bought both of those in between the time that I got this and now. This, like I said, my passengers were complaining about not feeling the air, so that's why I ended up going with this one, and then I hated it. And I thought, screw it, I'm going back to this one, especially with the job I'm in now. This is the best option that I have. It was reasonably priced. I could not tell you how much it was, but I know it wasn't a lot because I wouldn't have spent a lot on it. I'm gonna try and find a link from where you can buy it. I have the brand Bracketron, and I'll put a link in the description below. But if this helped, if it did, I hope it helped, and I hope it was useful information. So maybe you don't have to go out and spend money on crap you're not gonna use. If 2 hands is important, that one's definitely the one to go with. If it's not, if you don't really mess with your phone in the car at all, either one of those first 2 options are probably your best bet. If you have a lot of dash space and windshield space, the one that I use for the E30 would probably be your best route. I wish I liked this. I really, really do, because it's so minimalistic. But I don't. So real quick, horrible video quality because I'm doing this on my computer because I'm editing the video right now. One thing I did want to mention is I have tried the magnetic strips or the magnetic circles that go on the back of your phone. It didn't work well for me because my phone case is so thick, and I really wasn't willing to disregard the quality of my case. I would rather have a good case, and every one that I ever tried, my case was just too thick. It wouldn't hold on, or it would hold on for a minute and slide, or I'd turn, whatever. It just didn't work very well. Also, with the lack of dash space that I did have, there really wasn't ever like an ideal spot to put the other magnetic piece. So I have tried the magnetic piece. I know people are going to suggest that. I have tried that, and it just didn't work well for me. It may work well for other people. It just didn't work well for me. They also have some that you put behind the pop socket, but every one that I tried, you could never close your pop socket all the way, and that was definitely a deal breaker with me. I hated that. So I have tried that, but back to the video or the outro, I guess. Again, I hope you found this helpful. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.